Aloha and welcome to our next session of the Puna Strong Virtual Resource Fair. I'd like to remind everybody that if you have any questions, please make sure to ask them in the session Q&A section of either the website or the app. At this point, I would love to welcome the group from Hui Malama Ola na Oiwi, and we have Lehua Andrade from who is the Executive Director, Noe Scott, the Operations Director, Dr. Stacey Haumea, Health Enhancement Director and Clinical Provider, Registered Dietitian and Nutritionist, and Misty Algio, Clinical Administrator. So welcome to these four incredible women, and I'll turn it over to Lehua. Thank you so much.
Hello, my kako. My name is Lehua Andrade, and I'm the Executive Director for Hui Malama Ola na Oiwi, the Native Hawaiian Healthcare System for Hawaii Island. 2021 marks the 30th anniversary of Hui Malama Ola na Oiwi serving Hawaii Island. Through the years, Hui Malama has evolved in so many ways, from increasing the amount and types of health educational classes to bringing traditional Hawaiian cleaning and nutritional activities to our keiki, and now having the opportunity to attend a class while in the comfort of your own home via Zoom. We currently have 41 employees located throughout Hawaii Island and have 2 site locations here in Hilo. Here at Hui Malama, we have both on-site and mobile workers. Mobile workers are able to maintain close connection with clients and patients through mobile technical services using devices such as computers, smartphones, and tablets. We look forward to the next 30 years in helping Hawaii Island to live longer and feel better together. Let me share a little history of Hui Malama. The Native Hawaiian Healthcare Improvement Act. We are mainly funded through the Native Hawaiian Healthcare Improvement Act. Back in the 1980s, a research was done to identify health needs in the state of Hawaii. They found that Hawaii Island had high rates of diabetes and hypertension, among other health concerns, that led to the Native Hawaiian Healthcare Act of 1988, which was to promote disease prevention services and to improve the health status of Native Hawaiians. That was later renewed in 1992 as the Native Hawaiian Healthcare Improvement Act. The establishment of Native Hawaiian healthcare systems across the state was done. We have Papa'ola Lokahi, who oversees all of the healthcare systems. We have systems on Kauai, Oahu, Maui, Molokai, and Hawaii Island, which is Hui Malama Ola na Oiwi. Hui Malama Ola na Oiwi Articles of Incorporation was signed on May 1st, 1991 by Everett Sunny Kimi, which stated our purpose to assist Native Hawaiians in restoring a high healthcare system by delivering services that aim to improve the health of the Native Hawaiians on the island of Hawaii, according to the requirements of the Native Hawaiian Healthcare Act of 1988. Back in 1986, the Puna community started a grassroots campaign organized by a group of farmers and community members out in Puna to address concerns about access to preventative and primary healthcare services and the many health issues facing Native Hawaiians who lived in remote areas on Hawaii Island. Hui Malama opened its doors on May 10, 1991, with only 5 employees. At that time, they had 2 outreach workers who went out to find Native Hawaiians who needed help with getting health insurance. At that point, our outreach workers needed to earn trust of the people and also needed to overcome the cultural tendency to avoid discussing one's health and body. Doctors too were skeptical at first. As staff went door to door, slowly people began to grow more comfortable with our services. In 1993, we began with our health educational classes and also offered transportation, which was only limited to Hilo and Puna with 2 vehicles. They learned about healthcare conditions and healthy choices by taking our educational classes, and also doctors began to see improvement in some of their patients. 30 years later, we built strong relationships with the people of Hawaii Island. We now provide services island-wide. We have our family medicine, health education, and traditional Hawaiian healing services. We continue to develop programs to help meet the needs of our communities on Hawaii Island. Native Hawaiians continue to confront obstacles to health equity. Socioeconomic barriers such as poverty, low wage employment, and low educational attainment We continue to face geographic barriers as well as transportation barriers. Our services surround our mission and vision, and we are proud to have provided services for the past 30 years. And we look forward to serving Hawaii Island communities for another 30 years. Here's a group of team members who will provide you more information on accessing our services here at Hui Malama Ola na Oiwi.
Aloha, my name is Misty Algio, and I am the clinic administrator at Hui Malama's Family Medicine Clinic, located at 82 Pu'uhonu in the Ambulatory Surgery Center building, number 209. We are upstairs from the Hawaii Radiological Clinic for Women's Imaging. Our clinic offers several services, including primary care. Our primary care providers are Dr. Gaku Yamaguchi and APRN Lauren Butcher. They care for patients age 14 and up and can perform initial men's health screenings and women's health exams, as well as referrals to specialists when needed. We have 2 nutrition and health educators who are registered dietitians. Stacy Haumea is a certified diabetes educator, and Sarah Joseph specializes in chronic kidney health. They see patients of all ages. Their office is also located inside Family Medicine Clinic. We have 2 additional services which will be available in the near future. Our home medical visits will be available for patients who are homebound, finding it difficult to leave their home for medical care and various other activities. This service will be available island-wide. Our psychiatrist will enhance our behavioral health services by allowing additional higher level care and medication management. All services are available either in person or via telehealth. This will be determined by each provider based on the level of care that is needed. Please stop by 82 Pu'uhonu, Suite 209, or call our office at 796-3125, or visit our website, hmono.org/family-medicine for more information and to receive a registration packet. We look forward to caring for your health and behavioral needs.
Aloha, everyone. I am Stacy Haumea, Health Enhancement Director. Under Health Enhancement, the services we have are community health educators, community health workers, health education, and traditional Hawaiian healing. Our community health educators are registered nurse and registered dietitian nutritionists that are able to provide targeted education at community and outreach events. Example, if it was for a fair for children, or if it was a fair focused on cancer, we would focus our topics to that event. The educators also cover our group education classes. They also mentor students in high school, undergraduate, and graduate school. They train our staff internally in health and wellness and anthropometrics such as weight and blood pressure skills. And they also do special projects, and I will highlight one example, which is cancer kind things. Here's an example of cancer kind things. This is about breast awareness. And so it was an event to share about tools that you should practice daily at home. And another example of our cancer kind things is a home kit that shared about the education of ingredients in products that we use that can be toxic and increase our risk for cancer. So there's a checklist that the whole family gets involved, so Keiki and Kupuna, and identifies products. And then there's recipes and examples of those products that can be made simply and naturally to prevent toxic chemicals in your home. And here's an example of our educators at an event in the community, as well as a couple of our nursing students that were at that event with them. And we offer presentations in schools and businesses and for community organizations. So you can also sign up for that through our website under services and request a presentation. And our events are hosted by staff that are certified to do screenings and to provide that education. Our community health workers are our frontline public health workers, and they are island-wide. So we have one in Hilo, Puna, North Hawaii, Kona, and Kau. And they are our link between our health and services in our agency as well as within the community. The goal is to be able to increase access to services as well as improve the quality of the service delivery. Community health workers also do outreach and are at community events. And they also run our immunization program. The picture here is an example of a project we did during COVID-19 to help meet the needs of the community. And so we did distributions, Malama Ola, so focused on your health. And we would do drive-bys and people would come by and pick up packages. So community health workers were instrumental to identifying who in the community is most at need so we can help provide items for them. Our immunization program, this is to help keiki get fully immunized. So keiki who can show that they turned 2 between the age of August 2021 and July 2022, have the choice of either a free bag or a sleeping bag if they can show proof of their being fully immunized during those times. So it's a great way to kind of help families get their immunizations on schedule. In health education, we have group education classes. We have Makau Kino, which is our exercise and fitness, Oloho I Kahula. We have support groups, and as well as we do community events and outreach. Our group classes include Hele Mai Ai, which is basic nutrition, diabetes management, which if you're diagnosed with diabetes, as well as being a supporter, you can be referred to this class by your PCP. And we have a hypertension heart health class, which is similar in that we want you to have a diagnosis of hypertension, but you can also be a supporter to help get the education to support your ohana. And mindful eating lab level 1 and 2. This class is focused on our weight management as well as healthy eating. And classes continued are, we have chronic kidney disease. And we have a great class called Patchwork Wellness, which we started this year, which is a taste of several of our classes. So each month is a different class, and it's all related to health and wellness. Plant-based nutrition is going to be our new pilot starting in November, which will be focused on our local Hawaii plant foods and a healthy lifestyle. Here is our Makau Kino, which exercise and fitness. The 2 classes we presently have are basic therapeutic yoga, as well as basic stretch and strengthening, and they are both offered twice a week, weekly. And as mentioned before, all our classes are available on Zoom. Oloho I Kahula, this is hula for health. This class has actually been recognized globally for being able to significantly lower systolic blood pressure. And the benefits really speak to the mission of Hui Malama, which is to help with mind, body, spirit, and a healthy Hawaiian nation. So this class is offered once every week. It is also offered virtually via Zoom. Our support groups, presently we have cultural wellness support group. This one was kind of started as an offshoot out of our Oloho I Kahula class. Again, that mind, body, spirit, and going more into culture related to Olelo Hawaii, as well as Kani Kapila, so speaking Hawaiian and playing music, gets a little bit deeper, as well as continuing to practice hula. And we have diabetes support group, which focuses on continuing to manage your diabetes, medically, but also being able to talk about nutrition and recipes, foods, as well as growing your own food. Other support groups we have are cancer support group, which meets once a month, as well as breastfeeding, the Moms to Moms breastfeeding support group. So great classes to really find that support and attend when you can.
Aloha, my name is Noi Scott and I'm the Operations Director for Hui Malama Ola no Oiwi. As one of 5 Native Hawaiian healthcare systems across the Hawaiian Islands, we are also able to provide Western medical services such as our family medicine clinic and our health education, as Missy and Stacy presented, but also being able to provide the traditional Hawaiian healing services, which provides the Native Hawaiian healing practices. The services Hui Malama Ola no Oiwi provide are La'au Lapa'au workshops and classes, Healthy Hapai Prenatal Program, Grow Your Own La'au, Mala 101, Community Gardens, Hawaiian Massage Services, Ho'oponopono Consultations and Training, and Makahiki Games Program. And I will actually go through a couple of the classes explaining a description of them. So the first workshop or class that we actually offer is our La'au workshops and classes, which is a Native Hawaiian healing practices. And these classes are provided by Ho'okela Ikaika Dominguez, the traditional Hawaiian healer for Hui Malama Ola no Oiwi and Puna Council representative for the Big Island of Hawaii. La'au Lapa'au is a traditional Hawaiian medical practice which specializes in working with Hawaiian herbs and minerals from the land and in the ocean for wellness. Ho'oponopono is a traditional Hawaiian problem-solving process of making things right with self and or family. Ho'o is to make and pono is right. It starts with you. Lomi Lomi Haha is a traditional spiritual and physical muscle stress relaxation targeting the affected areas. La'au Kahea is a spiritual or faith healing through prayer and chants. Another program that we offer in our traditional Hawaiian healing department is our Healthy Hapai program. This is a learning program which includes 5 sessions island-wide about pregnancy, postpartum, and positive parenting education for expectant mothers. These classes are provided by Leila Rusaki, who's a certified lactation counselor, certified educator, indigenous breastfeeding counselor, and licensed massage therapist. There are 5 sessions that are in this learning program. The first session is Malama Ola Kino Hapai, which focuses on taking care of my pregnant body and ways to cope and stay healthy during pregnancy. Session 2 is Malama Ohana, which focuses on taking care of my family, discussing positive parenting, managing stress, preterm labor, and an introduction to breastfeeding. Session 3 is Po'o Makaukau no Ka Hanau Ana, focuses on getting ready for birth, teaching participants about preparing for labor and birth. Session 4 is Po'o Makaukau no Ka Pepe, focus on preparing for the baby, reviewing basic baby necessities, creating a postpartum plan, and discussing postpartum depression. Session 5 is Malama Keiki, which focuses on caring for my child, providing newborn care, safety, and infant massage information. As Stacy previously mentioned, this program also has a mom-to-mom breastfeeding support group, which meets monthly for discussions. Another program in our traditional Hawaiian healing department is Grow Your Own La'au and Mala 101. And these are provided by Dave Sanson, who is the instructor. And this program teaches the technique through various hands-on classes island-wide to grow your own la'au, herbal medicine, in your very own mala, small garden or plot. And at the end, participants will be given some la'au and a mala. Grow Your Own La'au is actually an offset of la'au workshops, which teaches you how to use the Hawaiian herbs. We also offer Hawaiian massage services. Massage services are provided by an experienced licensed massage therapist and Hawaiian practitioner, Lehua Hobbs. Another program that we offer is E Malama Ike Olakino o Nakiki, which is our Makahiki Games program, which is provided by instructor Afe Filimoni. This is our fitness program for students attending public or charter elementary, intermediate, or high schools in the district of Hilo, Ka'u, Puna, and Kona, learning the traditional Hawaiian games of the Makahiki season, which is an ancient Hawaiian New Year's festival in honor of the god Lono. And some of the games that they will be learning is Ulu Maika, which is bowling, Mo'a Pahe'e, which is dart sliding, Huki Huki, tug of war, Hakamoa, one arm or one leg wrestling match, Pa'uma, hand wrestling, Hukini, swift running, or O'o'ihe, which is a Hawaiian spear throwing. The students will learn the fitness skills, physiology of muscle, and exercise strategies to train for these events. They will also learn the mo'olelo stories of the Makahiki legends to deepen their understanding of the sports, their appreciation of Hawaii, and the Ike Hawaii, Hawaiian knowledge. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, most classes were done using the Zoom online platform. We're hoping to return to in-person classes soon. Another program that we offer on site of our traditional Hawaiian healing program is our Kokua Hali Specialty Transportation Program. This program is a free transportation service island-wide to Hui Malama Ola na Oiwi clients and patients for medical and their health-related services, such as medical appointments, prescription pickups, labs, x-rays, and dialysis. As a last resource, we encourage our clients to seek the use of their medical insurance transportation services, relatives, friends, or other free services that are being offered, and utilizing ours as a last resort. We currently have only 2 drivers on staff who are stationed on the east side in Hilo who do transport clients island-wide. Due to the limited amount of drivers we have on staff, our transportation program is limited to clients and patients with mobility restrictions that require the assistance of DME, durable medical equipment, wheelchairs, walkers, crutches, canes, or who are visually impaired requiring a blind walking stick. We also only provide one-way transports to clients or patients requiring dialysis treatments. Since the start of the pandemic last year, 2020, we have limited the amount of passengers requesting our transportation services to 2 clients or 1 client and 1 caregiver. We know the impact this may have caused many utilizing the service, but safety is our #1 concern for our passengers and employees. And we're hoping once the pandemic eases or ceases, we can actually accommodate to carry more passengers, clients, and patients. For more information on any of the traditional Hawaiian healing programs and or our transportation program, please visit our website at www.hmono.org or call our office at 808-969-9220. Mahalo.
Hui Malama Ola na Oiwi has a couple of signature special events. Our first event is our Ladies' Night Out. Our annual event started back in 2000 to show appreciation and dedication to the women of Hawaii Island community by providing an evening of free pampering and health service and screening. Ladies' Night Out helps to promote and increase health awareness of women's health issues, and we provide available resources throughout our local communities. This is a picture of our Ladies' Night Out 2021 that just recently happened on Friday, September 24th. And this is a picture of our team who made it happen. Ladies' Night Out is an opportunity to build ongoing relationships with providers, staff, and clients. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, our drive-through and virtual event was held last year for 2020 and also this year for 2021. We're hoping that it provides an opportunity to bring our Ladies' Night Out event to be in person next year. Our next event is Malama na Keiki Festival. This is an annual festival that was started back in 2017, which focused to improve prenatal care, improve health outcomes, and enrich parenting skills for the people of Hawaii Island communities. The event offers free health screenings, keiki and prenatal education, and also some community resources. At this event, a keiki will receive some back to school items, also a keiki kit. But due to COVID restrictions, the festival changed to a drive-through event in 2020. We're hoping that we will be able to have, again, our Malama na Keiki Festival in 2022. In remembrance of our late Auntie Edna Baldado, who was a pillar in our community, who cared for any and all people, Auntie Edna stated, "I hear a lot of people in the community thanking us. They don't see us as just helping them be healthy, but they see us as more supportive, and the end result is that they become healthy." The name itself, Hui, a body of people, Malama, care for, Ola na Oiwi, to help care for and keep our people healthy. That is what we aim to do each day. We will continue to live by Auntie Edna's legacy in servicing people with aloha. Some ways to give back with Hui Malama is through volunteer. We offer volunteer opportunities that range from helping with some educational classes to office tasks, and also to assisting with community health fairs. Another way to give back is providing a non-monetary donation. Donations such as health educational tools, office supplies, or a variety of items to be used for programs. Our third way of giving back is through a monetary donation. For more information on different ways to give, please visit our website at www.hmono.org. For more information, again, on all services that we provide, you can contact us. Our main office phone number is 969-9220. Or for any information on our family medicine clinic, please call 796-3125. You can also go to our website, like I said, at www.hmono.org. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. I just want to say mahalo for this opportunity for us to share with you a little bit about Hui Malama Ola na Oiwi and the great services that we have to offer. We look forward to helping our Hawaii Island communities to live longer and feel better together. Please stay safe and wear masks. Ohui ho and malama pono.
Oh, that was so wonderful. Thank you all for sharing the great work that you're doing through your organization. It is absolutely incredible. And so many of the programs I didn't even have any idea you were actually doing. So it was great to learn about all the different nuances that you're doing with your programs. So we did have a few questions that came in through the chat. So I'd love to ask this first one. I believe this one should probably go to Lahua. How has your organization adapted during COVID?
When COVID hit everyone, it was definitely unexpected. Hui Malama Ola na Oiwi had to really come together and really be creative, not only keeping the community safe, but our staff safe as well. At that point, our team was very creative and very innovative in the ways that we provided services. And so we were able to pull together and to get it, our services provided through like a Zoom platform, online platform. There was a lot of training that needed to take place, not only with our staff internally, but also, out in the community. Not everyone was familiar with using online platforms such as Zoom. And so what we did was we also provided, instructional steps on how to use Zoom on our website. And I think that really helped those who needed that extra technical support. We also did do phone calls with the community members as needed. But again, in having our services provided and being continued, having the online platform does help, but we really do look forward to having our in-person classes as well. I know that recently, several months ago, we thought, okay, everything was getting better. And so we kind of did a pilot of having one of our classes back in, in person, following our county guidelines, state of Hawaii Department of Health guidelines. And so with that, it went well. We maintained COVID sanitation, had everyone, distancing, and we were only, we weren't allowed to go over 10 people, in the class. But now that we recently have the uptick in cases, everything right now is back to only Zoom.
Excellent. Thank you so much for taking COVID seriously, because I know that's something that our community has been struggling with. And it sounds like you're attacking it from a multitude of areas, whether that's online, virtual, by phone calls, because not everybody has access to the digital platforms like we're on today. And then also really focusing to try to get back into those in-person sessions. So thank you for your dedication to serving the community. This next question, I think, should probably go to Misty. And you talked about your family medicine services. And I know that that's something that a lot of people in our community struggle with, trying to find a healthcare provider that they're able to get to. Are you accepting new patients, and what does that kind of process look like?
Yes, we are accepting new patients right now. Anyone can go online to the Family Medicine Clinic section of Hui Malama's website and download the paperwork that need to be filled, the registration paperwork. That paperwork is not just specific to the Family Medicine Clinic. It does offer registration for all of our classes that we have and anything available through Hui Malama. They can also stop by our office and pick up a registration packet and complete it there. There is a paper in that packet that will allow them to transfer their care from their previous primary care physician. And again, as I'd mentioned in my presentation, that we do also offer telehealth visits once they've established care. So it's likely that the doctor would request that they come into the office the first time, but should transportation be an issue or that fear of COVID come in, we often can do the telehealth visits as well so that they can continue to receive care and as we go through the pandemic.
I am so excited to find an organization that is actually accepting new patients. So you guys heard it here. You can find help services with Hui Malama, so definitely give them a check out. And this next question, I think, should be for Dr. Haumea. So you talked about the community events that you do, whether it's through the schools out in the community. How can people find out more information about which events you're going to be at, when they are, where they're going to be located? How can people learn more about those?
Excellent question. Thanks, Keith. Yeah, our community events have definitely been limited since COVID. Not many organizations have been doing events. We have done some talks via Zoom for organizations like American Cancer Society and the Alzheimer's Association. When we do those presentations, we do our best to get a social media post, usually on Instagram or Facebook, that will just let you know when that presentation is coming up and how to sign up. So probably the best way to find out and stay connected would be through social media as far as what's going on with our presentations and opportunities. But again, if there are organizations that have opportunities or would like us to come and do a special presentation, depending on the situation, we might have a limited ability to be in person following all the COVID guidelines. But we are doing Zoom presentations as well. So yeah, and those requests can come through our website. Through that service sign up, they can just select health education, and down at the bottom, there's a special section for comments that they can write in, requesting a presentation at our office. And then someone will be in contact with them within 72 hours to get more information. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you, doctor. And with people trying to follow you on social media so that they can make sure that they're staying up to date on everything that you're doing, what channels are you on social media? Are you on everything, or are there ones that they should really follow?
Yes, the channels that we're on is Instagram and Facebook. So those are the two channels, and it is under Hui Malama Ola na Oiwi is our channels.
Perfect. That is awesome. Thank you. And the last question I have is for Noe. So you have some amazing programs there. Which programs have you seen the most growth in during this period of COVID? Because not everything is, necessarily right during these times of social distancing and interactions. But what have you seen that people are really gravitating to? What are the things that people are needing right now as we are, separated and we don't have those social support groups that we're used to having?
So like Lehua said, when COVID hit, we were able to really, streamline and deliver our classes in a different way. So I can tell you, even with our traditional Hawaiian healing, many people know that back before COVID, pre-COVID, all of our classes were in person, especially dealing with the traditional Hawaiian healing. But when COVID hit, we needed to figure out a way how we could still deliver classes. So I do have to say, I feel, and Stacy can jump in as well, because she helps to oversee that department as well. I feel like the traditional Hawaiian healing program has really expanded since COVID. It's been one of our most popular programs, but I feel even since COVID has started, people don't want to go out as much, so they kind of want to learn to do things at home more. The problems with going to regular Western doctors and all that. So what I see more clients, patients, and community wanting to learn more how to do self-care at home, using herbs from the garden, learning how to spiritually deal with things, especially during, like I said, the pandemic, a lot of shutdowns, a lot of things aren't available. So I think people really took it upon themselves as how we can do our own self-healing and really taking to our traditional Hawaiian healing program, with learning, the la'aus, just learning all of the different techniques, being able to handle, depression, being able to handle sickness, family issues, concerns, and everything during this time. So I feel like our traditional Hawaiian healing program is just growing tremendously. And there's been more and more interest in the community wanting to learn how to, do their own gardens, not having to go out and get it from the store and all that, but really, I think more self-sustainability, especially during this time.
Oh,
Hope that answers your question.
oh, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. Yeah, so thank you. The last question I have for you is, I think that the Ho'oponopono is a really incredible practice and technique and program that you guys are able to offer. For the people who are not necessarily familiar with that, can you explain a little bit more about what that is?
Yeah, so Ho'oponopono is more of a, it's more of a, it's dealing really with yourself. And it's more of a spiritual way of really finding forgiveness, and it starts with yourself. So really with this program, you need to look at yourself first before trying to move forward. So actually I do have a little write-up on that, so I can actually share it with you right now on the little write-up that I have. So if I can find it, okay, here. So Ho'oponopono is really resolving a problem, making things right with self and their family. It is a spiritual work. So it's more spiritual, and with our Ho'oponopono, it's really, teaching pule, protocol, procedures, and really taking care of you before you can take care of anyone else.
That is such a critical thing, I think, right now during COVID, because, we have to take care of ourselves first. And then also some of the only people that we're interacting with are our family members. And so definitely little squabbles can escalate pretty quickly when you don't have any other outlets for it. So for sharing that and helping people understand that, thank you so much. And thank all of you for joining us today and sharing such incredible programs and the wonderful work that your organization is doing. We really appreciate it. And I'm going to turn it back over to Lehua for one last shout out. If anybody wants any more information, where should they go?
Please, they should visit us on our website at www.hmono.org, or they can call our office at 969-9220. Again, we're also on Facebook and Instagram.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And please make sure to join us for our session at the top of the hour. Aloha.
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 Mhm.